Hey everybody, it's Jamie from No Getting Off This Train, and I am back with another Thanksgiving-inspired meal using items from Dollar Tree. Before we begin, and before you leave a comment, please read the blog post in the description as to why I do these Dollar Tree videos. I know this stuff is cheaper elsewhere, but that is not the reason why I do these. So 2 years ago, I did another Thanksgiving video using items from Dollar Tree. I will link that below for you guys to watch, and that video right there went absolutely wild. I mean, I can't believe I actually made a Thanksgiving dinner for probably like $14 at that time. Now there is no turkey, I used chicken, there was a lot of Thanksgiving type items in there, but I think I did pretty good with the money that I had. So this year, I tried to find something different. Now there's really only so much you can do with the items that you can find at Dollar Tree. But I think I came up with a unique idea that uses some of the Thanksgiving items. Now, what I'm thinking might be a good use for like the leftover things that you would have from Thanksgiving. But this could be a cute Thanksgiving themed idea for your actual dinner. Who knows? Now, my idea is Thanksgiving stuffed biscuits. I saw a recipe kind of similar to what I want to make, and it looked really cool. So what you do is you take like all of your Thanksgiving leftovers, so your turkey, your stuffing, mashed potatoes, and then you put them inside like biscuit dough, put them in a muffin tin, and then bake them in the oven. And it's supposed to be some sort of like a pocket style thing, I don't know. So I tried to find ingredients from Dollar Tree that would help me to recreate that. So as you can see, like this would be good for any Thanksgiving leftovers. If you're just tired of eating like all of the stuffing and mashed potatoes just by themselves, you can make them in these biscuits. So I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we'll have to see. So the main entree is those Thanksgiving stuffed biscuits. I'm also making a green bean casserole. Now I made it for the video 2 years ago as well. I just didn't know, or I don't know how much leftovers I'm going to get from like leftover stuffing and mashed potatoes and things, because I don't know how much is gonna fit in each of those biscuits. So if there's not enough of those to make side items, I've got this green bean casserole kind of to go with it. And then for a dessert, a pumpkin style dessert, I am making pumpkin chocolate chip muffins using a cake mix. So as you can see, it is not like a traditional style dinner like with the pumpkin pie and everything, but it's using a lot of the elements. Now this is also serving my family of 3. There are only 3 of us, okay? So you may need to buy more than what you're gonna see here in a minute. And the total cost was $18.49. So as you know, most, if not all, of the Dollar Tree stores have raised their prices from $1 to $1.25 or even more, just depending on where you live. So if I had gotten all of this stuff a few years back before they had changed the prices, I would have only paid $15. So it's about a $3.50 increase, which is not really all that bad, and still like $18 for a Thanksgiving dinner, not too bad. So I'm pretty excited to get started. What do you say we get to cooking? Before I even think about making dinner, why don't we get these muffins going? So have you ever seen the recipes that say like all you need for like easy muffins is a box of cake mix and then like a can of pumpkin or whatever? I'm gonna try that. Now most of the recipes do call for a box of the spice cake, but the My Dollar Tree did not have the spice, but I'm sure that the classic yellow cake mix will do just fine. So all you do is just mix these two together, and that's basically it. And then I bought a bag of chocolate chips because pumpkin and chocolate chips just go amazing together. So let's see how this looks. So to be honest with you, pumpkin pie is my dessert of choice when it comes to Thanksgiving. I'm just a pumpkin pie kind of person. Not everybody likes it though. So why don't you tell me, do you prefer pumpkin pie or do you prefer, I don't know, apple pie, or what's the typical dessert that you guys have for Thanksgiving? I love making the pumpkin pie, but I also like trying new things. Like I love being traditional, but there's also just something really nice about, I don't know, trying something new. Now we get to mix this together, and I heard it's gonna be kind of thick, so let's see how long it takes me to get all this mixed together. I mean, it smells amazing already. So this looks pretty good. I'll just add the chocolate chips in real quick, and then we'll finish kind of folding them in, and then that should be done. The oven is currently preheating to 375, and according to the cake box, this should make like 24 muffins slash cupcakes. I don't know for sure, so we'll just kind of fill them and then we'll see, because I didn't follow the instructions on the box. Like, it calls for eggs and water and oil, so I don't know if that would just create more of a batter. I don't know. Okay, so again, the oven is at 375 degrees. I'm gonna bake these for about 18 minutes and then they should be done. So because the mixture is so thick, it doesn't technically look like muffins, I guess, but I mean, they're coming out clean. They look amazing. So we'll put these on a cooling rack and then we will enjoy them for dessert tonight. So in order for me to make the Thanksgiving stuffed biscuits, I need to make the things that I'm going to stuff it with first. So I've got my mashed potatoes I'm going to cook. And, all right, let's just pretend this is from Dollar Tree, okay? Dollar Tree typically has stuffing. And so I looked through the entire store, and then finally an employee told me, no, for some reason we don't have any right now. So you can get stuffing at Dollar Tree, but for the video, I had to go get it at Meijer because my Dollar Tree was out. So these are pretty simple. Now, I will say you'll need some butter. Butter for both of them, and then some milk for the potatoes. So I did not buy those at Dollar Tree because I already have some at home, so you may need to include that in your pricing as well. But we'll go ahead and get these started, and then we can make those biscuits. So each one of these requires that we melt butter and heat up the water at the same time. So I've got water in both of them already. I'm adding the butter to each one. The big one here is gonna have the mashed potatoes, and the smaller one will have the stuffing. So while we're waiting for that to boil, let's go ahead and get the green bean casserole ready because that needs to bake. So standard green bean casserole here. We've got 2 cans of green beans. I just realized it's got some of these weird things in it, so let's get those out. And then there's cream of mushroom soup, and then some onions on top. I think I got them all. Okay, before I do that, the water is ready for the stuffing, so we'll just put that in, stir it in, and then we have to take it off the heat and let it sit here for a few minutes, and then that will be done. And then the mashed potatoes are just about done as well. All right, now we take it off the heat, add the milk, and then we'll add the entire box of mashed potatoes. We'll let that sit, or stir it and let it sit for a little bit. So anyway, back to the green bean casserole. There are 2 cans of green beans and then a can of cream of mushroom soup. It didn't say to add any extra spices. I'm gonna add some pepper to it. There's enough salt in it already for me, so I'm just going to add pepper and then we'll mix this up. I know green bean casserole is kind of a staple in some people's households for Thanksgiving. Not everybody though. Some people have told me they absolutely dislike green bean casserole. Next up are the onions. Now the oven is preheated to 375. I'm gonna bake this for close to 30 minutes. And then while this is baking, we will get these biscuits ready because the stuffing and the mashed potatoes are finished. Now we just have to put together the biscuit dough and put it all together. So I'm gonna be experimenting a little bit with this biscuit recipe. Now the recipe that I had seen earlier that I kind of got inspired from, they use the refrigerated biscuit dough. Okay, so it was already prepared. They just pushed it down into the muffin tins, put the stuff in it, and then kind of like folded it up, kind of like a biscuit pocket in a way. Well, Dollar Tree does not have the refrigerated biscuits. What I did find were these two Bisquick biscuit mix. So I'm gonna try to make the dough out of this and then put it in the muffin tin. Now these are drop biscuits and they might not be very like pliable, I don't know. So I might not use as much liquid so I can actually move the dough around a little bit. But all we need for this is water for each packet. Each one makes 6, so I bought 2 of them so I could get 12 biscuits out of it. So let's start making the biscuit dough and we'll see what happens. All right, here we go, 2 packages of the biscuit mix. And then I think I need a total of 1 cup of water. Hopefully I picked a big enough bowl. I am interested in seeing how these turn out though. I mean, the recipe that I had found, it said it'd be really good for Thanksgiving leftovers, which technically that's kind of what we're using, is basic leftovers. I also just realized I said I wasn't going to add all of the liquid to it. Oh well, we'll try it and see what happens. So I guess this is the ultimate test here. I sprayed each of these really well. So what I'm gonna do is try to put a little bit of this dough, as much as I can, around the bottom and the edges. I don't expect to be able to like fold it over all of the ingredients, but I'm hoping for just, I don't know, just enough so it kind of makes a biscuit cup. We'll see. Well, so far so good. So here is my plan. I've got 2 cans of chicken here. Sometimes Dollar Tree sells canned turkey, apparently, but they didn't have it this time, so canned chicken it is. So I'm gonna take some of this canned chicken and I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom of each one, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of stuffing on top of that, and then some mashed potatoes on top of that, and then we're gonna bake it all and see how it turns out. I don't know, guys. I think it'll turn out okay. What do you think? It didn't occur to me actually until as I was putting all this together that I could have taken half of the biscuit dough on the bottom and then filled it up and then put more biscuit dough on top. Maybe that would have been the smart thing to do. I don't know. But we're gonna bake them and see. I have 2 empty ones here, as you can see. Those are just regular biscuits for Allison. So I've got 9 minutes left on the green bean casserole. I'm gonna put these in. I don't know, 15 minutes maybe, and then we'll see how that goes. Oh, and by the way, this is how much is left from the mashed potatoes and stuffing, so if you really wanted to, you could have these as a side item as well. Alright, well, here we go. I poked them a little bit, and the outsides are nice and brown, as you can see, and it looks pretty good on the inside here. So I'm gonna say these guys are done. Thankfully they didn't rise as much as I thought they would, so we didn't have a mess, which was good. Alright, so I have not tried it yet. As you can see, I do have some cranberry sauce on a couple of them, and then some of that gravy. I heated it up in a little container here, and I'll probably pour that on top of the other one just to see how it tastes. So let's try a little bit with the cranberry sauce first. Showed you what it looked like on the inside. Looks pretty interesting, so let's take a bite and see. Well, it definitely tastes like Thanksgiving, I can tell you that. Let me put a little bit of gravy on the other one, and then I'll tell you which one I like better. Alright, so honestly, I think the cranberry sauce gives it a different kind of flavor. The gravy is savory just like everything else, but the sweetness of the cranberry sauce, I think it kind of brings out some of the flavor. Alright, so Allison, what do you think of it? You haven't even tried it yet, have you? Do you like the cranberry sauce? Okay. Well, John, you've taken a couple of bites. What do you think of it?
It's different. Not bad. It's good.
It's
not traditional Thanksgiving, but still delicious.
It kind of tastes like Thanksgiving, I will say that. Definitely not traditional like he said, yes. But I think this would be a really good way to use up all the leftovers.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, take a bite. Tell us how it is. It's delicious. It's delicious. Oh, good. Well, I thought that was a pretty fun way to use up Thanksgiving leftovers. Was this technically a Thanksgiving dinner? I mean, it might be, just depending on what you like. I mean, if you're only serving a couple of people, then maybe something as simple as making these little Thanksgiving stuffed biscuits will be enough for you guys for a dinner. Either way, I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration, both as a recipe idea and to know that yes, you can actually make food like this using Dollar Tree ingredients. If you want to see more like this and have any other suggestions, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear all of your suggestions. As always, make sure you subscribe, like this video, ring that bell so you'll be notified when more videos like this come out, as well as my other grocery hauls, recipes, and meal planning tips. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you later. Did you know I offer one-on-one nutrition coaching? Whether your goal is to lose weight, eat healthier, or just want to know how to get started, I can help. You can schedule a free weight loss discovery call by using the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to chat with you.